G'day mates, welcome back to Relic Runs. My name's Jactic, and today we'll be looking at the 27th level in Crash 1, Stormy Ascent. The platinum time for Stormy Ascent is a whopping 3 minutes and 10 seconds, so let's get into it. Okay guys, here we are, Stormy Ascent, the granddaddy platinum relic boss of the entire N.Sane Trilogy. We're finally here, and as you can see, Crash is standing completely still, there is bare music, because instead of doing our regular, just go through the entire video when I talk over it, we'll be doing a play-by-play, a kind of a breakdown commentary if you will, trying to just explain all the little tiny tips and tricks that I found while trying to run this. I tried to record this prior and talk over it like I normally would, and it just didn't work. I just couldn't do it. By the time I tried to explain one trick, I was already like 2 more tricks ahead in the video, so I'll be doing it this way instead. Hopefully you guys don't mind, but this should definitely help you guys out, so let's get into it. Also, I just want to quickly add, if any of you guys want to go and watch the full run of Stormy Ascent without any breakdown commentary or pauses, feel free to check the description box down below for a timestamp to go and see that. Otherwise, enjoy. Okay, so our first trick is going to be involving the stopwatch, actually, for the beginning of the time trial. So as you can see, we have these stairs coming up. You just want to optimize these stairs. The best timing for this is that when they go down and they're about halfway through their cycle, you want to grab the stopwatch then. Pretty much all that does is that when you get to it, they raise as you're, basically reaching it. So you can get up those stairs really quickly and have no issue with that. Now, talking about those stairs and things like these elevators and the stairs coming up ahead, you'd probably ask, is there a universal cycle? And the short answer to that is no, there isn't a universal cycle, but there is a chunk-based universal cycle. So pretty much the map is split into different chunks, and when you hit a new chunk, then it starts that cycle. So pretty much the platforms are staying completely still until you actually reach that chunk, and then it will start moving so that you can try to get the best, cycle straight away. Most of this map wants you to just bum rush most of the stuff, so I'll explain some of those areas coming up and when to rush them, but that's pretty much the main gist of all of that. So, as you can also see here, Crash is jumping 2 stairs at a time. He jumped 2 up there, 2 over there, and then 2 up here. Now, the reason why we do this is it just saves so much time instead of doing little individual steps, but also it does certain cycles and helps you in certain ways. Now, this platform here, if you do the 2 jumps going up the stairs and you reach this platform here, what will happen is there will be a delay. I was very impatient. I've been doing this run for ages. This is like my 100th attempt at this point, so I was very impatient. But you want to wait for this one. Now, if you do every odd step up, so you're hitting, this one instead of this one, every odd step, pretty much you can hit this platform straight away. But if you take every second step, just be mindful that you have to wait like a second or a second and a half just to hit this platform properly. As you can see, I just made that, so. Now, this Aku Aku crate in here is really important. Now, there's 2 different ways that I would say you could do this. Obviously, I don't watch any videos on how to do these. I just do this with brute force in my head and try to solve it because that's more fun. But if you miss this Aku Aku, there's one path you can take, and if you get it, there's a second path you can take. Now, if you hit this area and you try to grab the Aku Aku, make sure you hug this wall. Crash will kind of clip into it a little bit, but if you spin and you only hit the bottom crate and not Aku Aku, don't go back for it. Just keep on going, and I'll explain what to do if you miss it, but if you do get it like me, that's really great. Now, one problem with the Aku Aku especially is these stairs over here. As you will see, you have no time to even reach them. You have to hit this step and jump the entire way. Now, there's 2 ways that Crash will land. As you can see here, Crash will either land like this, and if he does it like that, you got to do an extra jump because you will slide off the platform. It actually curves. It isn't just a flat surface. It actually curves down. So you got to hit the platform and then jump again as he slides down. Or Crash will just clear the entire thing. About 90% of the time I did it, he would hit the edge, and you have to jump back over, but it's not a problem. You won't die to it. Like, you might die 1% to this, so no problem there. Now, all of these platforms coming up will just go as they will, so just rush them. Now, as I talked about, Crash can jump 2 steps at a time, so pretty much as soon as you hit around about that cross there on the wall, you just want to do a jump. And it's really important that you make this cycle for this platform because it takes years to go up and down to even get up there. So it's going to waste a lot of time if you miss that. Now make sure that when you land, you hit the first step and then jump to the 3rd step. The reason being, as you can see, this platform will spin around and come down. Pretty much you can just jump straight up from the 3rd step and you'll hit the platform. Now another thing is that you'll notice is that I'm going to be missing this 2 crate. The reason being is that if you want to go for this 2 crate, you have to jump off like about here, and even if you do it, you will probably not make the jump. even if you do, and you spin the crate, there is no way to get back on the platform without making the most riskiest jump. You can make it, and I have made it, but you'll throw too many runs. And even if you try to like go on there, do a small jump on the box and jump over, you don't save that much time because this platform has to go all the way up before you can jump, because as you can see, like you have to be there by the time you jump back up, and that's about 2 seconds already. So it's kind of pointless, so I just avoid this crate. And as you will see at the end of the video, I actually beat the platinum time by like 20 seconds. And I stuff up 2 areas at the end, and I wait a bit for some platforms, and I still beat it by 20 seconds. So you do not need this crate. And the reason why I also skipped this crate is this platform. As you can see, I just get on the platform. It was a very thin gap, so yeah. Now, there'll be 2 crates like these. There'll be a 2-second crate and a 3-second crate up ahead. Now, you want to just try to duck in, quickly hit it and run out, mainly for this one, because this platform has no brakes. It just does not care. Now, for this one, though, it's a bit different. If you hit the bottom crate and you miss the top crate, because you're going so fast, much like the Aku Aku down below, don't worry about it, because as I said, it's chunk-based, how things, appear and cycle in. So you can actually like, oh, hit that, oh, I missed it, hit the platform here, go back and hit it. Now, it can impact the next area slightly, and I'll talk about how to get around this, but if you just duck in, hit this and leave, you should be fine. Alright, so next we have these stairs. Now these are the only stairs that you kind of have to wait for. As you can see, I'm going to land crash on this little like edge here, on the last step. Wait for a little bit, and then jump onto this bottom step down here. Now the reason why we do that is because we want to land on this platform right here. It will always be this cycle no matter what happens. I'm pretty sure it cuts off like over there or something, so we're fine. Also, that's a really good freeze frame for Crash and Aku Aku. Okay, so pretty much going to play it through here, jump on the step, wait about like a second and a half maybe, just count in your head, just go 1, jump, and then jump across, and then jump straight on this platform here. Now, when we get here, as soon as you see this next platform spawn in from the top hand corner right here, run and just jump. You'll land on it straight away, and then we're going to jump across all of these platforms and get across, right? So normally you might think, oh, I'm just going to wait and let it go around. No, we're going to jump across and just skip all of that. Now, this is probably the most important part, and this is what I meant by the 3 crate and how cycles kind of work. I feel like that's the only section that kind of influences this, at least through my playthroughs. I could be completely wrong, and I probably am completely wrong, but pretty much through randomly playing this constantly, this goddamn platform means so much. This is like what I would call the first run killer, if you don't include the 2 times crate down the bottom. This is a bad scene, and I'll show you why. So pretty much as you can see, I'm rocking up here. He's throwing a potion onto the platform, right? So he throws it on the platform, it juts out, I jump across. Now he throws this everywhere. That's actually really bright. Oh, doesn't matter. He throws it. Oh, it's missing. Basically he throws that on every second platform, right? Every second time the platform comes out, he will chuck it. Now if you rock up and he hits it with a potion, then you can just jump on it and jump across on the second one. So there's 2 in and outs. Now sometimes it's a bit different. Sometimes if you stuff up a little bit or you're a bit too slow, the platform will be coming out without the potion, and then you have to wait for it because you won't make it in time. So it goes back in, he hits it with a potion, and then it comes back out. Now that's a 3 cycle, right? It goes back in and out 3 times. Now if it goes in and out 3 times and you have to wait for this platform, what will happen is this platform gets stuffed over. So if you get a 2 cycle like I have, the platform will just not care, and it will rock up and you can just jump across and you're fine. But if you get the 3 cycle on that platform where it goes in and out 3 times and you have to wait for it 3 times, pretty much when you rock up to here, this platform will be leaving. And then you got to wait an entire cycle. And why is this horribly wrong? This section. This section right here is what is influenced by it. So pretty much, as you can see, I'm rocking up here. By the time I get there and it's going to slightly head backwards, the platform's going to be about here. But if you get the 3 cycle of that platform going in and out 3 times, and you hit the platform here and you have to wait for it and then you go across, by the time you like hit the edge and you're heading backwards, by the time you're about like here heading backwards, this platform is about there. And you cannot make that jump. Well, you can, but you have to like hit the absolute edge and clip the absolute edge of this platform, and it is no fun. Otherwise, you will just get that. So make sure you try to get that 2 cycle. It is almost like, it's just needed. It can be a giant run killer. It is a horribly bad run killer, so be careful about that. So for this section right here, we're just going to be jumping across onto the next platform, and then just going into this one and jumping across. Pretty easy stuff. Alright, so this part right here, now this could catch some people off guard because it is very close and it's very sus, but as soon as you jump off those birds, run it. Just run and gun it, do not put any brakes on. The reason being is that as soon as you hit this staircase right here, it goes in. And then as soon as you hit this platform right here, it goes in. So you pretty much have to run and gun it. And it will work every time. I've never died to that. And I did that at least like 60, 70 times. So I can 100% say just run and gun it and you will make that jump. Feel free to wait for these platforms here. And now also we did get our other Aku Aku. So if you have 2 Aku Akus, I'll explain coming up here what you want to do with these. And it revolves around this platform with this scientist. Now, if you got the Aku Aku that was at the very beginning of the game, of the map, down at the very bottom, what you can do is make this jump right here. You want to save the Aku Aku in that doorway for the bottom part of this whole downwards decline. Now, so if you have 2 Aku Akus and you got the first one, what you want to do is wait on this platform right here and then fall. Now, you want to try to thread the needle between these 2 spiky, I don't know what they are, spikes, I guess, jutting out of the wall. You want to miss these spikes. Now, obviously, you want to have the other Aku Aku because making this gap, you won't make it every time. If anything, you'll make it like, 20% of the time, even if you get up this area. So that's what you want the other Aku Aku for. Feel free to risk it if you want to, but you need that Aku Aku that we just got, what made us have 2 of them, for the bottom section. I'll explain why when we get there, but if you only have 1 and you don't want to go for this jump, just go around. Just go all the way around and jump onto this platform down here. And you can also, from this platform, jump the entire gap and not worry about any of this. The staircase, this is just giant bait, so don't worry about that. Now, in hindsight, I probably shouldn't have hit these 2 number crates on the top. You want to land next to them and just spin them, but the stairs kind of worked in my favor anyway. So all these stairs coming up and going all the way down, it's like an S shape, right? It goes all the way down. What you want to do is land somewhere in the middle, maybe this step here, maybe this step here, and just jump. So basically, you want to hold forward and then jump across. And you'll be doing that for every single step. Except for these steps. For these steps, this is what you want to use your Aku Aku for. You need to rush this section. You need to save as much time as physically possible for what's down here. You know you can barely see it, but you can kind of see a platform just about there at the very bottom corner, right there. So there's 2 ways of going around this thing. Now what you'll see me do is, as I drop down through here, sometimes the hitbox is just very unfair. I have never figured out how to get around this piece of crap. If you jump it, you're going to hit it. If you go down, you're going to hit it. You're just going to hit it. I have never jumped over this and successfully not taken damage. But sometimes going through here, I don't take any damage. And as you'll see, I just didn't. And like you could say, oh, I perfectly threaded it, but I've done hugging the edge of the wall here and I've still somehow touched it. So it's really weird. Now, this 3 crate right here, it's not important to grab. You don't need to grab it, but you can grab it. The main reason is this is the second run killer. This platform right here. Now, if you run up and you hit the 3 crate, or if you miss the 3 crate and hit the bottom crate below it like the other ones, right? Don't freak out. Just leave. Hit it and leave. Even if you miss it, just hit it and leave. Why? Because this platform has to be made. This platform comes out every 4 cycles of this thing going back and forward. And that is so long. That's like probably 4 seconds, probably even 6 seconds, really. And you don't want to miss out on those 6 seconds if you miss that 3. You'd rather miss the 3 over here to save the 6 seconds here. As I said, we beat it by 20 seconds, so you have extra time to waste. So pretty much, if you miss this, you're pretty much screwed. So what you want to do is jump on it, because you only have that land and that jump to make it, because as you'll see, it goes straight back in. Now, when it comes to the big ones that go together back and forward like these 2, you want to do a giant jump just to make it properly. But when it comes to the ones where these 2 are coming together in the middle, you want to do a small jump just to kind of save some extra time, because if you do a high jump, I don't know if this platform is technically faster than Crash, but sometimes they are, so you want to be very careful to, not let it escape your feet and really screw you over there. You could also do small jumps on these birds as well, but doing high jumps kind of just, makes it safer. Alright, so this next obstacle right here can look a bit daunting, but it's really simple. So as soon as you hit the platform here, run and gun it and jump onto this platform for the spinny thing. The reason why we do this is because, as you can see, or actually you can't see him yet, there's a scientist over here, and he throws potions on these platforms. Now, if you hit this platform, and you just run, like as soon as you touch this platform, hold forward, and as you will see, I didn't even jump, I'm just walking off, and by walking off, I hit the platform down here, and I have never stuffed this up. As I said, I've gotten to this area at least, I think, with 30, 40 tries, and I have never just walked off and fallen down that gap. You always land on this platform, so that's really important. And the reason why we do this like this is because this scientist throws a potion on every second platform. As you can see, it's going to land on this platform, and technically it's going to land on this platform coming up. This one here that you just jumped off of, and this one down here is safe, but we're going to care about this one up here today. So it's going to come around, he'll hit that platform there, you just jump on it and get across. And also it makes a cycle here for this really well as well, so that's really nice. Now you have two ways of doing this. Don't use this way. Just don't do it. Why would you want to cause yourself pain? If you like Sunset Vista, do this way, but I bet you $10 you won't make it. We want to use this one over here. The reason being, as you'll see, a platform is going clockwise and it's going around. Now, trying to make that jump onto this platform as it spins that fast just doesn't work. You will just never make it. You want to make sure you land on the third step over here. Pretty much like the last spinny clockwise platforming system. The third step always works, so we're chilling here, jump on the platform, and there we go. And we just ride up. This whole thing spinning this direction is just bait. Don't worry about that. Alright, now you want to try to get on these as fast as you can, but it's only very quickly. So as you can see, I hit the boxes, next jump, and just go up it. Okay, so these steps right here, we're going to be waiting for these steps. If you land on this platform and you just try to run and gun it, there's a very high chance that you won't make it just because it's so quick. So as you can see here, I just wait, goes down. But also it's very important that you try to predict when it's going to come back up again and try to rush it. I went a bit early, as you can see, I actually almost took damage. I landed on this platform down here, the very last step. Now, if you do every third step, make sure you get onto the fourth step before you jump, because you cannot clear that gap, quite obviously, but you might freak out. So make sure you get on this step every time and jump across. Alright, so now here's the fast section. Now, if you have Aku Akus to spare, this is probably the only area that you're going to want to burn them. To damage. It's not even a damage boost, it's just trying to save your life at the end of the day. So I'll show you where those parts are. First one's here, this spike right here. Depending on how you land, you may land about here, and then if you try to jump, these things have their hitboxes are insane, much like those descending staircases back in the very left-hand corner of the level. These have some BS hitboxes, man. You can touch like a pixel of this and it will count as damage. So make sure that you kind of land in the middle and jump a bit up, then move. Don't jump and move, jump and then go. To try to get a better arc to get around them. Now, this one here is a pain. As you can see, Crash is about to headbutt this spike right now, and Aku Aku's having a chill-ass time watching his buddy die. But to be quite honest, be careful, because as you keep on jumping, these are so fast that you don't pay attention to where you're landing. You just want to try to hit the platform and go. That's all you're thinking. And as you can see here, I took some damage. And because of this, I'm going to be missing this cycle right here, which is a giant sad rip. But if you make all of it and don't take any damage, you will make this cycle and you won't do what I did and mess up and miss a whole thing. But as I mentioned, this cycle, all these cycles don't matter because they're all in chunks. So even if you stuff this one up, it won't impact the rest of everything else coming up. So that's really cool. Okay, so for up here, we're going to jump every second step. No problem there. Now we're going to be waiting for these ones as well. These are even faster than the ones down the bottom. So we're going to just chill right now and watch these. Predict it, jump up. You can also now jump from here to there, so don't worry about that. Now here's my second mistake, right here. So this guy throws a potion and it lands in the middle of this part right here. Now what you want to do is try to run and gun it. and try to get around the potion. As you can see right here, I chickened out and went backwards. I would have made that jump if I just jumped early, would have landed and just rode the entire wave. As you can see here, I stuffed up because, to be fair, when you get up this high, you are shaking. You're like, oh my god, I'm actually near the end. Am I going to do it? And I was feeling that, as you will see. But yeah, make sure you run and gun it. Don't do what I do. Now, when it comes to this platform, or any of these platforms for that matter that go back towards you, you want to hit it as they are about like halfway reaching you. By the time Crash jumps, he'll land on the platform really easily. There won't be many issues there. Now, coming up here for this one actually killed me a couple of times and it was really devastating. So the best way that I found to get around this is to always jump off the platform when this platform here is coming backwards towards you. You want to catch it coming back. If it's like here, don't do it. You just don't want to risk it because, to be quite fair, you won't make it. As you can see here, even then I barely made it. Now for these two platforms here, as you can see real quick, they both go in at the exact same time. One thing that I do to solve this problem of making sure I reach the platform is that when I jump off this platform right here, since they are going so fast, you're going to hit the same cycle that I did for these anyway. But make sure you turn Crash. I try to like get a good pause here. That's pretty decent. If you can kind of tell, I'm actually angling Crash into the wall so that when this platform comes back out again, my Crash is just going to be touching the absolute first pixel that comes out of that wall. I mean, it does definitely help because, as you will see here, like, you can barely make it as it is. But if you hug the wall and face it, you'll hit it every time. Alright, so here's our like last real big obstacle, and it's actually one of the easiest. Make sure you wait. Don't run and gun this part. Hit the edge here, wait a second, and then when it's safe to do so, jump for it. Now, there probably is some way that you could kind of get this earlier and jump through the mechanics of this system and get across early. Like, you don't know, Crash could just go boop, boop, boop. But I didn't do that. I was just like, I want to finish this, so let it ride out. Just let it chill, and don't jump from up here, because that gap may look, you know, kind of, oh, you know what, if I hit the very edge, I could make that jump. You won't. Even from, like, here, I land, and I was absolutely crapping myself. Like, I did not clear that gap by a significant margin, so be careful with that. Now, here's our last section here, and it's easy as 3 birds are just lining and they're going back and forward. The distance of where they're moving doesn't matter. If you run and gun it, you'll make any rotation that these birds have when they go back and forward. And as you'll see here as well, the hitbox is that's a really funny face. The hitbox is actually really low. Like, you can hit here and it still counts as a bird, so that's really, really decent. Now make sure you hold A on all these birds, because as you're going to see right now, Crash is barely going to make it. I actually lost a run to this section. I died right here because of these birds. I really didn't take it seriously enough, and as you can see there, I just hit the corner. Now here we are at the very end. This should be it. So I missed the 2 crate because I was so like shaky. And jump across. If you fall down this hole, like, may every god have mercy on your soul. I will like and pray for you every day if you fall down this goddamn hole. But there we are. We're at the end. And that's it. Here we are, 2 minutes and 52 seconds and 77 milliseconds. Absolutely mental. So that's, yeah, around about 20 seconds off. If I hit that 2 crate earlier, that would have been a 250, I'm gonna guess. But yeah, that's actually insane. As you can see, even though with 2 stuff-ups, missing the 2 crate, and even potentially missing the 3 crate, or an Aku Aku making that cycle, you can still get the Platinum Relic on this level. All it takes is just a lot of replaying. Just replay the map over and over again, learning every little like frame jump, every little big jump, small jump, learning all the machinery and mechanics, and after you play it for like maybe an hour or 2, you're just going to shred it. So that's pretty much about it for Stormy Ascent. I can't believe it's done. I'm so happy it's done. What a painful level. Deceivingly like hard, but also kind of deceivingly easy at the same time. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Just quickly as well, before I end the video, I want to thank you guys for 500 subscribers. I haven't mentioned it, I was too busy with life and getting the Crash 4 pumped out as fast as I could. But thank you so much for 500 subscribers. It means a heaps to me, especially coming back and seeing this. It definitely keeps me motivated to keep on pumping out content. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Bye-bye for now.